Hey guys, JoNay here. Welcome to day 2, flight 2 of the One-Man Army campaign. So today, what do we got? What do we got going on today? We're going to have a pretty complex Preplan CAS. So Pohang is up in the rotation for which squadron we're going to be flying out of. So we're going to be in Block 40s again. I decided that I should probably take what I learned in the last mission about JSOWs and go test it with the new burst altitude and separation distance, I guess, when you deploy them in tandem. I'm going to try that out and see if I have any better luck. We're going to be attacking the... actually, I guess I should show you the package first. The package has a lot of parts to it. So this is the first time I've fragged some AI attack groups to help me out. So I'm going to be in a one-ship F-16, then there's going to be 4 flights of A-10, 2 ships. We've also got AWACS coming from the CVN, and as well as support air-to-air refuel coming from Fukuyama, or however you say that, Fukuoka. The A-10s are fragged to depart at like 8:50ish, anywhere from 8:40 to 8:50. I've got them fragged to head south, then east, and then north up to their targets over on this side. Their loadouts are as follows. They're all the same. I took away the belly bombs and I gave them a belly tank to make sure that they had enough fuel to do this. Left the Mavericks that auto-fragged for a pre-planned CAS, and then I replaced the inside cluster bombs with SDBs. So SDBs will create less drag, create less weight, give them more range, and also they can carry more of them, right? They can carry 8 versus just the 6 cluster bombs. And then there's a couple of whatever these are. I forget what they are. What is that? Oh yeah, right there, Mark 82s. So they have pretty good assortments. That gives them the ability to kill, that's 8 plus 12. That's 14. That's 14 things that they can kill, and there's up to 20 targets in each of these tank columns that we're going to be going after. All right, so back to the order of battle. We'll select DPRK. We don't want Air Forces, we want Army, and we're going to go down to the 5th Air Mobile Division, 1st Armored Brigade, and here is the 1st and 2nd Tank Battalions that I attacked in the last mission. So I'm going to be going after the 3rd, I believe. Nope, I'm going to be going after the 5th. Oh, which one am I going after? Oh, right. Of course, yeah, I'm going after the 3rd. I got, okay, which one am I going after? The 5th? No, I'm going after the 3rd. I don't know why it has my steer point kind of like out of whack from where I last reconned them. Okay, I might have to make an adjustment on that one. I'm going to be hitting that one, and the A-10s are going to be trying to mop up what I did on the 1st Tank Battalion, mop up what I did at the 2nd Tank Battalion. And then they're going to also be hitting the 4th and the 5th Tank Battalion, which are very close together. Let's jump into my flight here, because now I'm a little bit weirded out how my steer point is not matching. Order of battle. I think I said I was going after the 3rd, right? Okay, now all of a sudden it matches with my steer point. So I don't know what the hell was going on there. Looks fine. For my loadout, I've got the same as last flight that I didn't show you any footage of, but I'll have 4 JSOWs, 4 AMRAAMs, and some fuel. And of course, centerline jammer and TGP. Okay, why did I choose this mission? I would like to be able to do more over here. The problem is Kunsan is still down. It's down to 1 runway. But it's really just 50% operational. So those runways are still kind of like I don't know, one of them is partially repaired or something. So I just don't want to take my chances taking off from there. But I know that if I frag AI flights, because they're AI and they can see the invisible damage and steer clear of it, they'll be able to take off no problem. Now, like I said, the rotation is that I have to fly a Block 60 or a Block 40 F-16 this time. I didn't want to fly all the way over here to escort like a CAS mission on the front line when I only have 6 missiles. That's all the F-16 can carry, 6 missiles max. It's also a long flight, and this is a very traffic-heavy area because there is a MiG-21 base very close to the FLOT, MiG-29 base very close to the FLOT, MiG-23 base very close to the FLOT. So this area, it looks clear right now, but like it comes and goes in spurts where these guys all come down and just completely invade this area. I'm actually kind of worried that the A-10s might not even be able to get off the ground. They might get intercepted as soon as they're getting airborne and heading south. But that is the plan. So my takeoff time is 8:30. I can definitely get airborne faster than that. I'll probably be airborne by 8:15 or something, maybe 8:20 at the latest. I'll head out to my attack steer point, which is steer 4, I believe. Deploy my weapons. I'm going to come south. I'm going to hook up with the tanker and then try to rendezvous with these A-10s. So let's go check out the tanker here and join that. The tanker's time on station is going to be 8:44. And they're going to be on patrol duration for 3 hours. So that's good. The A-10s won't even get to their targets by then, I don't believe. Let's see here. So they are going to hit their targets at 9:36. So an hour and a half from now. When will they get to this point in their flight? Steer 3 at around 9:18. So the tanker will be on station well before they even get to this point in their flight. It's going to be actually a pretty long flight, it looks like, because they're not even going to get to their target steer points until about 9:30. So I'm going to have to escort them, try to make sure that they clear the area on RTB. So I think I'm going to be up for like at least 2 hours on this flight. Hopefully things stay pretty quiet over on this side of the country. The MiG-23 base is still down to 0%. I'm having problems hovering over it right now, but yeah, so zero runways. So I'm hoping that it's going to be pretty quiet, that the MiG-29s, MiG-21s, and MiG-23s will all stay on this side and leave me kind of alone over here. Okay, so I think that about covers it for the briefing. I really hope the A-10s make it all the way over here. I think they have enough fuel, but I'm just worried about them getting intercepted or something. The DPRK has been a lot more bold. I've seen flights come as deep south as here, and like I showed you in that last briefing, like even Sachon has been hit. So they've been as far deep right to the south coast, basically. All right, so I'll see you in the pit, and wish me luck. Okay, man, it looks like we got all our steer point lines. There's the flight plan. All right, arm the ejection seat, landing lights, and I think we're set. Pulling traffic, Cowboy 1, ready for taxi.
Cowboy 1-1, ready for departure. Taxi, runway 08. Hold short.
Taxiing runway 08, copy, Cowboy 1. feel like I have a boogie right now. Traffic, Cowboy 1 taking active runway 08 for departure. Okay, we'll set steer 2, which is going to be left-hand turn after takeoff. Rotate at about 170 here, and we'll just let the air lift us off the ground here.
Cowboy 1-1, Power
Gear
on
up.
tower. Resume on navigation.
And we'll burn out to 350 and then come left, pitch back to steer 2. And out of burn. As usual, we'll just maintain an attitude that gives us like 350 minimum CAS on the climb. Alright, looks like about 7 degrees, and we'll just set a steer point steering select and an attitude hold and maintain this climb. Okay, so we got mud ships kind of at our 1130. That's off the coast over there. East. That's the east coast of Korea over there. I think the Sea of Japan, so that should be the naval group. Yeah, we're getting just a little bit of an FPS drop as well, which is normal when we're kind of operating around the naval group. Feels like we're close. Geez, they should almost be visible. Yeah, we just overflew them. Yeah, there they are. At least, okay, maybe it's just like a frigate or something. I don't think that is the naval group. We'll nose over for about 5 degrees here. And might as well fence in. Chalice Cowboy 1 single ship F-16 Charlie Block 40 departing from Pohang for Preplan CAS East Coast.
Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1. Request picture. Cowboy 1-1, Chalice 1. Picture is multiple groups. Nearest hostile at bullseye 130, 100 miles. 17,000.
Bullseye 130, 100 miles. Holy, what the hell? Okay, that puts them just, I don't know, not too far west of us. Chalice Cowboy 1 copies, are they hostile threats or?
Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1. Request vector to threat. Cowboy 1, Chalice 1. I don't have anything right now.
Cowboy 1. Okay, so it sounds like they're not threat aircraft. They're probably bombers of some kind. I don't really want to waste weapons on them, though. I gotta save them because I do have like a escort part of this mission a little bit later. So we're through 16.5 and we're looking for Angels 1-7. And coming up on 17, I'm going to paddle switch, nose over, switch steer point to steer 3. And set an altitude hold, and let the autopilot take us there. I'm going to come off the power a little bit too. Scale radar active.
Chalice 1, be advised, enemy aircraft launch activity detected. Bullseye, 120, 60 miles.
120, 60 miles. What the hell base would that be? That's kind of like very close to the flot. I can't even imagine what air base that would be. Okay, we are 4 miles out from the IP. Let's go heads down and come left to steer 4. Oh, we still don't have a TGP. Okay, got contact with the column. So we're going to lock up something right around the quarter point and make a mark point for it. And I'm also going to select it. And then I'm going to lock up something right around the 3/4 point. Maybe I should zero the cursor data first. Okay, 3/4 point, make another mark point. And unlock it, zero the cursor data. I'm on steer 26. Let's get some ACMI up in this bitch too. We're just about in range, but I really want my TGP to be active. I think I'm gonna come off cold for now. Just do an orbit until we get the TGP timed out. Okay, so we can see 2 naval groups. I think that one off to my 3 o'clock is definitely the actual like aircraft carrier naval group, the Vincent. The one just coming around to my 5 o'clock right now are those battleships or frigates that we overflew. I can tell the one that's kind of moved up to my 2 o'clock is the aircraft carrier because there's a search radar coming out of it. So I think that's like a Hawkeye or Chalice or Sentry or something coming from there. Okay, got the TGP. Let's come back left and we'll ingress and engage these targets here. Oh yeah, you know what we forgot to do? Check their azimuth. I just want to verify that it's east to west. Okay, definitely looks like it is. So let's go ahead and punch that into the control page. Tack azimuth 270. And I'm going to set a steer point, steering select. Okay, everything's unlocked. Cursor's data is zeroed. Let's go ahead and pickle the first two, then we'll change steer points and pickle the next two.
Bruiser. Bruiser.
And change steer point.
Bruiser. Bruiser.
Cowboy 1 Bruiser times 4 ground units, East Coast. Okay, we're going to come off right, heading 180. And just keep our eye on this column here. Got a mud 15, but it should be pretty far away from us. Alright, starting to mask a little bit. When we get to 180, we'll level out the wings and try to confirm these splashes. Okay, leveling out. Alright, so there's the column. Pretty clearly visible. JSOWs still haven't impacted yet. They should be any minute now. Oh, got a little bit of a cloud in the way. Hope it doesn't obstruct our vision. Oh, god damn it. There's the impacts. Okay, not bad. As expected, the second group impacted before the first group of JSOWs. That's because they're unpowered. It looks like we definitely missed the first 6 in the column. Definitely got a few kills, though. We're going to have to actually check the briefing to verify, though. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see. Okay, let's cancel air to ground. And see what we can find here. Chalice, Cowboy 1, request picture.
Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1, request picture. Cowboy 1-1, Chalice 1, picture clear.
Cowboy 1. Alright, so picture's clear. New cruise altitude after dropping that weight is Angels 2-5. I'm just going to climb and come left to heading 180 and push back to the tanker track. Oh, lost lock. There you are. Right over there. 20 miles out. There we go. Starting to get visual through the haze. And we'll go ahead and snooze the radar. Just maintain ranging information with our TV point, which is at 11 miles. Where are you? There you are. I'll take off the altitude hold and come down a little bit. Camel 1-1, Cowboy 1 requesting form up for air-to-air refuel.
Camel 1-1, Cowboy 1-1. Request clearance to refuel. Cowboy 1-1, Camel 1-1. Unable.
Okay, I guess that's because he's not at his position yet. Feels like he's going 260-ish. Camel 1, Cowboy 1, saddled left side. Alright, so he's just coming north for the tanker track. Or northwest, or whatever it is. And once he gets his wings leveled out, we should be good to request some fuel. Alright, it's coming out of the turn. Camel 1, Cowboy 1, so what do you say? Can we get some fuel?
Camel 1-1, Cowboy 1-1. Request clearance to refuel. Cowboy 1-1, Camel 1-1. Copy. Cowboy 1-1, Camel 1-1. You are cleared to pre-contact position.
Cowboy 1 contact, copy, moving to pre-contact position. I jumbled up that one. Okay, so it feels like he's accelerating to about 300. Just settle in behind the boom and wait for him to clear us to contact.
Cowboy 1-1, Camel 1-1. Cleared to contact position.
Copy, Cowboy 1 moving to contact position.
Contact.
Cowboy 1, good flow. We'd like a full top up today, sir. Whoa. I think the wind change kind of just pushed Camel a little left. It's dynamic weather for you. Ooh.
Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye. 150, 60 miles. 25,000.
Interesting. Oh! Camel, you're doing some erratic shit here.
Buzzard 1, Chalice 1, be advised. Threat aircraft
Oh, great.
200, 100 miles. 18,000.
So Chalice just gave Buzzard a warning, which means they're airborne and hopefully
Disconnect.
not getting shot down right now. Camel 1, Cowboy 1, copy. Coming off right side. Thanks for the gas.
Camel 1-1, topped off and ready to go. Roger. Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye. 150, 80 miles. 19,000.
All right, let's come left. Let's see if we can pick up the A-10s. Fence ourselves back in here.
Buzzard 1, Chalice 1,
Cruise
be
altitudes
advised.
like
Threat
Angels
aircraft
2-6.
bullseye. 200, 120 miles. 18,000.
You know what we should do? We should punch those A-10s into the data link too. Alright, so they will be 2131 4-1 and 5-1. Those will be the flight leads for all the A-10 flights. And I guess I probably got to set up that data link too. Okay, there we go. Alright, so...
1, Chalice 1, be advised, threat aircraft bullseye,
still no data.
200, 120 miles, 18,000.
200, 120
Chalice
miles.
1, radar contact bullseye, 145, 80 miles, 25,000.
And 145, 80 miles. What was the other one? I forget.
Bulldog 1, Chalice 1, be advised, threat aircraft bullseye, 200, 100 miles, 18,000.
200, 100 miles, 18,000. Man, that's, hopefully the A-10s are past that point. Chalice, Cowboy 1, Bogey Dope.
Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1, request vector to threat. Cowboy 1, Chalice 1, I don't have anything right now.
Cowboy 1.
Bull 1, Chalice 1, be advised, threat aircraft bullseye, 200, 100 miles, 18,000.
Okay, so the only threat aircraft are at 200, 100 miles. That's way too far for me to get to. I'm hoping that the A-10s are somewhere around here by now and won't be shot down by anything way over by the west coast. There he goes. Okay, just barely visible to our 3 o'clock.
Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye, 145, 120 miles, 20,000.
Okay, we're going to come right and sort of hook in behind them now. It's pretty overcast over here. Yep, completely overcast now. Shit, jamming contacts off the nose. Got active Patriots and Hawks though as well, so hopefully they're taking care of them. Chalice, Cowboy 1, request Bogey Dope.
Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1, request vector to threat. Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye, 145, 120 miles, 20,000.
Was that a threat?
Cowboy 1, Chalice 1, nearest hostile, MiG-23, bullseye, 165, 100 miles, 25,000.
Yeah, those jamming contacts are MiG-23s. Okay, I don't, I want to try to keep my distance. I don't know if I can though. Last time I did that, I got into a dogfight. They're still about 40 or 50 miles out though, so if they do turn in hot, we have room to turn in and shoot them in the face with our AMRAAMs. We do have a 4-pack of them. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep flowing east with these A-10s.
Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye. 135, 140 miles, 20,000.
135, 140 miles. Holy shit. That puts them like right on the path of the A-10s. Like after they make their left-hand turn and push north. Sounds like the Patriot in that direction, though, is kind of active. So that's a good sign. When it's making chirping sounds like that, it means it's probably shooting or tracking something. It's active again. As well as one behind us. That makes me think the MiG-23s might be on us. Chalice Cowboy 1, request bogey dope.
Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1, request vector to threat. Cowboy 1, Chalice 1, nearest hostile MiG-23s, 4-ship, bullseye, 150, 100 miles, 25,000.
What? 150, 100 miles.
Radar contact bullseye. 125, 100 miles. 20,000.
So that puts them, oh boy, about 60 miles off to our 9 o'clock. And it's a 4-ship. Which means if I engage them, it's going to take every one of my missiles. I'm just going to stay with the A-10s for now and kind of hope that that C off to my 9 o'clock and the Patriot in front of me are doing some work. I got scared by that contact at 70 miles for a second, but that's just Camel. Alright, fuel's not bad, 9.5.
Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye. 120, 100 miles. 20,000.
Alright, that's no factor. 120, 100 miles.
Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye. 125, 100 miles. 20,000.
Chalice Cowboy 1 bogey dope.
Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1. Request vector to threat. Cowboy 1, Chalice 1. Nearest hostile, MiG-23, bullseye. 140, 120 miles. 25,000.
I might have to deal with them. Come on, Patriot, do something.
Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye. 120, 80 miles. 20,000.
I think those MiG-23s are a different group, though. I find it hard to believe that's the same 4-ship group that was back over by the west coast. Chalice didn't say how many there were this time. I wonder if they only say 4-ship if it's a 4-ship, and if they don't say anything, then it's assumed to be like a 2-ship or less. Okay, let's start coming left to cut the corner. I'm going to come heading 145.
Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye. 115, 60 miles. 20,000.
Okay, scanning off the left side of the FCR. 4 bars, medium altitude. Chalice Cowboy 1 bogey dope.
Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1. Request vector to threat. Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye. 135, 80 miles. 20,000. Cowboy 1, Chalice 1. Nearest hostile, MiG-23s. 3-ship, bullseye. 140, 120 miles. 25,000.
Okay, so it's a 3-ship. That's interesting. AI doesn't usually frag 3 ships, I don't think. They're still about 60 miles away, so still no factor for now, but we are going to be turning into that direction. So I'm kind of wondering if they're egressing, though. And if they are, that's good news for us.
Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye. 135, 60 miles. 20,000.
I think that's Pusan right below us. So we can use that as an alternate if we need to, which is kind of right around where the tanker track begins. Alright, so the first flight of A-10s is now pushing north for their attack run. I'm going to keep pushing northwest on a heading sort of over here. And then as we get closer to the attack steer points, that'll give me, like, I don't know, a better alignment towards the threat axis. If the bad guys are coming from this direction, then I can kind of turn in and point my nose at them, keeping everything kind of in one direction.
Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye, 120, 80 miles, 26,000.
It's right over by the flock. Chalice, Cowboy 1, can I get an update on those MiG-23s or any other threats in the area?
Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1, request vector to threat. Cowboy 1, Chalice 1, nearest hostile MiG-29s, 2-ship,
What?
bullseye, 140, 120 miles, 22,000.
140, what did it say? Shit, wasn't listening. I was too surprised by MiG-29s.
1-1, request vector to threat. Cowboy 1, Chalice 1, nearest hostile MiG-29s, 2-ship, bullseye, 140, 120 miles, 24,000.
Oh shit.
Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye, 115, 80 miles, 26,000.
I might have to engage these guys. They're actually pretty close. Whoa, what was that? SAM launches. Probably at the MiG-29s. Get contact with them. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Don't put me in the clouds here. No, no, no. Gotta stay out of the strat. Yeah, got him. Chalice, Cowboy 1, contact 2-ship at 137, 120, 26,000, declare.
Chalice 1, radar contact. Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1, declare. Cowboy 1-1, Chalice 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is MiG-29, Sunrise.
Some MiG-29s, okay. Well, they're not on the A-10s yet. And I just lost contact of them. They might have just got shot down. Oh wait, they're fading in and out. Yeah, they're still up. Might just be kind of in a notch or something. Alright, let's just keep an eye on these guys. I'm going to put them off the left gimbal just to slow down my closure rate as much as possible. They're 30 miles out. I would love it if they just flow out of the area peacefully.
Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye, 115, 80 miles, 18,000.
Shit. I'm within their gimbals now. I only see one though. Chalice, Cowboy 1 is committing MiG-29, Bullseye 132, 126 to 1000. I think it's just a single ship.
Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare.
Okay, we're Cat 1.
Dallas 1, radar contact bullseye. 115.
Chaff, flare.
18,000. 1, Pitbull.
7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Splash. Cowboy 1, Splash 1, MiG-29, Bullseye 133, 123, 14000. Requesting bogey dope.
Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1. Request vector to threat. Cowboy 1, Chalice 1. Nearest threat, MiG-29, Singleton. Bearing 300, 10 miles, 12,000.
You know what? I called the vector to threat a little bit too early. You got to wait for the enemy to completely vaporize before you do that. Otherwise, it'll just give you vectors to the one you just shot down.
Radar contact bullseye. 110, 60 miles, 18,000.
Okay, so we're listing a little bit to the right. Add a little bit of trim here. Okay, that should be enough time. Chalice Cowboy 1, request vector to threat.
Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1. Request vector to threat. Cowboy 1, Chalice 1. Nearest hostile, MiG-23s. 3 ship, bullseye. 140, 80 miles, 18,000.
Okay. Cowboy 1 copy. So that's a Grand Slam 2-ship MiG-29s. Okay, so the Hawks or Patriots or whatever, sounds like they definitely got one of them for us.
Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye. 125, 60 miles, 25,000.
So we're just going to continue to push out this direction, feet wet, like I said, to keep everything in line with the flight axis, or the threat axis. Coming up on Joker here, so I'm just going to preemptively set 3600 bingo.
Radar contact bullseye. 125, 80 miles, 25,000.
Chalice Cowboy 1, bogey dope.
Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1. Request vector to threat. Cowboy 1, Chalice 1. Nearest hostile, MiG-29, bullseye. 125, 80 miles, 25,000.
So 125, 80 miles. Did it say it was a 2-ship?
Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye. 125, 80 miles, 25,000.
Yeah, it puts them about 60 miles off the nose there.
Agent 1, attack
Okay.
target, bullseye, 105, 100 miles.
Got contact of him. Yeah, it's a 2-ship. Oh, music on. That's something at... Okay, there's 2 groups. They're coming in with something else at 17,000.
Chalice 1, radar contact, bullseye, 125, 80 miles, 17,000.
Yeah, what are those? That's 17,000. They're probably attackers. It feels like these MiG-29s are kind of like escorting something. Chalice Cowboy 1 committing 2-ship MiG-29s. Bullseye 124, 093, 25,000. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of my tanks, I think. Yep, nails 29. So I've got them both bugged. I'll try to do a double pickle.
Radar contact, bullseye, 125,
21 miles
100
out.
miles, 25,000. Fox 3 medium. 1, Fox.
Oh my god, you're kidding me. Dropped lock as soon as I shot them.
1, Pitbull. 1, Pitbull.
I think I got Pitbull anyway. That's splash 1.
Chalice 1, radar contact, bullseye, 125, 100 miles.
Fox 3.
17,000. 1, Pitbull. Bull.
Lock.
Attack target, bullseye, 110, 120 miles.
That's splash. Okay, splash 2. Chalice, Cowboy 1, Grand Slam 2-ship, MiG-29s. Bullseye 123, 107. Winchester. Now I only have guns to defend these A-10s. Chalice, Cowboy 1, request vector to the nearest threat.
Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1. Request vector to threat. Cowboy 1, Chalice 1. I don't have anything right now.
Cowboy 1.
Buzzard 1, attack target, bullseye, 105, 100 miles.
Okay, so there was a 4-ship group of attackers around here, which I want to try to find. Here they are.
Bulldog 1, attack target, bullseye, 105, 100
There's Su-25s. Got them 5 miles off the nose. I should try to go in for guns and stop them from doing whatever they're doing. I gotta be kind of careful though, because I don't know. I don't know if they have heaters or not. If they're like A-10s, then they could have some heaters. I'm gonna engage the ones at the back first. Looks like a 3-ship actually.
Bruiser. Chalice 1,
Lock.
contact, bullseye, 125, 120 miles, 17,000. Bruiser.
Just about in guns range now.
Bruiser. 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 Bruiser.
Splash 1.
Lock.
Chalice Cowboy 1's committing 3 ship Su-25s, bullseye 126117.
Be advised, red aircraft bearing 110.
Okay, he's dumping flares, so I think he's being shot at.
Lock.
I'm going after this one instead.
Lock.
Occasion 1, attack target.
Lock.
105, 100 miles.
Man, he's dumping a lot of flares.
Bulldog 1, Chalice 1. Be advised, red aircraft bearing 135, 1 mile. 16,000.
What?
Bull 1, Chalice 1. Be advised, red aircraft bearing 135, 1 mile. 15,000. Buzzard 1, Chalice 1. Be advised, red aircraft bearing 135, 1
Altitude.
mile. 15,000.
Altitude.
Chalice Cowboy 1, request vector to nearest threat.
Bruiser. Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1. Request vector to threat. Rifle. Bruiser. Cowboy 1, Chalice 1. I don't have anything right now. Rifle.
God damn it.
Bruiser.
Okay, it looks like the Su-25 got splashed.
Bruiser.
Oh man, we are 300 bullets left. What is that? 08000. That must be his wingman. Okay, so Chalice was saying something about a threat aircraft, I thought. Should get up higher a little bit. Chalice Cowboy 1, are you sure about no threats in the area?
Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1. Request vector to threat. Cowboy 1, Chalice 1. I don't have anything right now.
Cowboy 1, copy. Alright, so we got TGP on the one of the A-10s here.
Rifle.
They're doing work.
Rifle. Bruiser. Occasion 1-2. Weapons on target. Rifle. Bruiser.
I can't wait to see the ACMI of this.
Bruiser. Rifle. Rifle. Bruiser. 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 Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye.
Oh, I thought that was like the lines of damage from their I want to get visual of some of their damage they're doing. I should have set up mark points for some of the columns I fragged them onto, so I could just get a camera down there and watch this.
Bull 1-1. Good hit. Rifle. 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 Bulldog 1. Attack target at bearing 010, 10 miles. Rifle. Chalice 1, radar contact bullseye, 115, 80 miles, 23,000. Rifle. 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 Rifle.
Oh, there we go. There's the destruction right below us.
Rifle.
One of the tank columns, at least. That's pretty cool. They're doing good damage down there.
Rifle. 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 Snake eyes. Buzzard 1, Buzzard 1-1. Engage. MiG-23s. Bullseye 120, 80 miles.
What?
21,000. Rifle.
MiG-23s, I heard.
Snake eyes.
Chalice Cowboy 1, vector to those MiG-23s.
Engage. MiG-23s. Bullseye. Chalice 1, Cowboy 1-1. Request vector to threat. Snake eyes.
Yep, I got him.
Cowboy 1, Chalice 1. Nearest hostile MiG-23s. 4-ship. Bullseye.
4-ship.
100 miles. 19,000. Buzzard 1-2. Good hit. Bulldog 1-2. Direct hit. Bull 1. Attack target at bearing 315. 20 miles. Snake eyes.
I don't see these MiG-23s.
Cajun 1. Cajun 1-1. Engage. MiG-23s. Bullseye 120. 80 miles. 25,000.
That's not them.
Bull 1. Attack target at bearing 315. 15 miles. Buzzard 1-1. Weapons on target. Chalice 1. Radar contact.
There they are.
110. 80 miles. 17,000.
No, that's not them.
Bulldog 1-2. Good hit.
Chalice Cowboy 1, vector to nearest threat.
Chalice 1. Cowboy 1-1. Request vector to threat. Cowboy 1. Chalice 1. Nearest threat MiG-23s. 4-ship. Bearing 290. 20 miles. 16,000.
16,000. I think they're jamming. Yeah, that's one of them. Okay, it looks like they're mixing it up with one of the A-10s. So that's bad escorting on my part, but there's not much I can do without any missiles. Yeah, this could be famous last words for me. I see a 2-ship of them. We're just watching for heaters.
Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare.
I'm still getting locked by something. Even though I've got both these guys off my nose, so it makes me think it is like a 4-ship now.
Locked.
Buzzard 1. Chalice 1. Be advised. Threat aircraft bearing 245. 15
Locked.
miles. 20,000.
Altitude. Altitude.
Splash 1.
Fox 2.
Lock. Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare.
Buzzard 1. Buzzard 1-1. Engage. Targets bearing 255. 10 miles.
Fuck.
15,000. Cajun 1.
Pull up.
Cajun.
Pull up.
Engage. Targets bearing 255.
Chaff.
10 miles.
Altitude.
15,000.
Altitude.
Cajun
Altitude.
1. Chalice 1.
Altitude.
Be advised. Threat aircraft bearing 260. 10 miles. 12,000.
Got 2 MiG-23s right off to my 6 o'clock.
Buzzard 1. Chalice 1.
That's not him, that's a shoot.
Threat aircraft bearing 250. 5 miles. 11,000.
Fuel state is almost bingo.
Fox 2.
Chalice, Cowboy 1, vector to nearest threat.
Chalice 1.
Bingo. Bingo.
Request vector to threat. Cowboy 1. Chalice 1. Nearest threat MiG-23s. 2-ship. Bearing 250, 4 miles. 5,000.
4 miles at 5,000.
Cajun 1-1. Engage. Targets. Bearing 250, 10 miles. 8,000.
Hope they stay on me.
Buzzard 1-1. Engage. Targets. Bearing 260.
And the A-10s shoot them down. That would be epic.
Cajun 1. Chalice 1. Be advised. Threat aircraft bearing 265, 10 miles. 7,000. Buzzard 1. Chalice 1. Be advised. Threat aircraft bearing 270, 10 miles. 7,000.
God, I know I'm going to get shot down if I turn back in here.
1-1. Engage. Targets. Bearing 270, 10 miles. 7,000.
It's an A-10.
Lock.
Cajun 1-2.
It's an A-10. Man, where are these guys?
Cajun 1.
Altitude.
Chalice 1.
Altitude.
Threat aircraft bearing 230, 20 miles. 17,000. Buzzard 1. Attack target at bearing 360, 10 miles.
There he is.
Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare.
Shit!
Warning.
Got hit.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Ah, damn it. I could see the missile coming in too. I could see it. Oh boy. I could see it too. God, why couldn't I get lock before I merged with them? I just could not get the lock. Well, not bad though. It sounds like the A-10s really got good effect on all their targets. I splashed most of them. There could be 2 MiG-23s left though. So we'll see how that pans out. I'm gonna wait a little while before I exit here, and just let the ACMI record for a while, and yeah, hopefully we can see what happens. All right, so we'll see you guys in the debrief. Hey guys, JoNay here. So I'm just going to take you through a little bit of ACMI as kind of the debrief. So I'm going to skip all the beginning parts of the mission. This is the part of the mission where I was over here. I just splashed 2 MiG-29s and I'm about to turn in on these Su-25s. But I'm not going to look at that because you already saw the cockpit video, so it doesn't really matter. What I'm going to show you is Cajun 1-1 and 1-2. They're a 2-ship flight of A-10s. They're the first ones that are inbound on their targets. And then we got Buzzard, Bull, and Bulldog all a little bit to the south, a little bit behind Cajun, still proceeding on their targets. So Cajun 1 is inbound on this group of T-62s and various bunch of shit. And they are 25 miles out, and they start dropping their SDBs first at a range of 20 nautical miles. So that's just FYI there. So it takes a long time for them to glide to the target. They drop a whole bunch of them. And Cajun 1-2 dives in low and also pickles off some Mavericks while the SDBs are still en route. Cajun 1 is kind of just cranking on the targets. I don't know, maybe providing FAC for Cajun 1-2. Let's switch over to Cajun 1-2 here. So he's inbound. There's Cajun Oh yeah, there's his weapons. So he's inbound. The Mavericks, I think, kind of spook the targets a little bit. They don't appear to move, but they just kind of seem to start rotating. Nobody shoots a Cajun 1-2. He gets good effect with the Mavericks, but then unfortunately, I think all these SDBs miss. So they all fall short from Cajun 1-1 and 1-2. I'm not really sure why. I was going to say maybe it's a terrain issue, but it doesn't really look like it, right? Like the column is actually on top of a hill, not behind a hill. It's not like if they were aiming at this one and all the bombs went into this hill in front. They were releasing on this column to the north, and all the SDBs missed. So that's kind of frustrating. Let's check out over here. This is Buzzard, and they're releasing all their SDBs right now. So let's see here. So same thing, they started deploying at 20 miles. And so is Bulldog Flight. So Bulldog and Buzzard are both dropping their bombs. And it looks like much better effect over here from Bulldog. We'll fast forward a bit. Buzzard shoots ahead of their own bombs, pickles off some Mavericks just like Cajun did. Cajun is back in now, releasing more Mavericks. Okay, so the Mavericks hit successfully, and so do the SDBs. So everybody else's SDBs worked pretty well. Okay, here are the MiG-23s. I'm currently committing on them. And there's also a group of Q5s and IL-28s pushing south at the same time. So this is where I commit on the first group of MiG-23s, because it's actually, I think, a 4-ship that split up, or it's 2 ships, I'm not really sure. So I splash these 2 with guns and then run away from this group as they're shooting, I think, heaters. I think an R-23 is a heater at my tail, but I just kind of outrun that. The MiGs fly right past the A-10s. The Q5s and the IL-28s continue to push south. I'm evading the MiG-23s until they stop pinging me, and then I turn in. Let's just go to myself here, Cowboy 1-1. So I turn back in, and I'm looking for the lock. I keep snagging the lock on this A-10, which is Cajun 1-2. He's just hovering and kind of doing some voodoo shit. He's the only A-10 that is kind of glitched out. I'm not really sure what happened to him. He comes out of it later on in the flight. But for the longest time, he's just kind of orbiting here. So I'm trying to snag a lock on this MiG-23 with slew mode and with ACM-20. I just can't do it. I don't get tally as I come into the merge. He doesn't shoot anything at me. I move past him. That's when I get the tally. But the MiG-23 driver is pretty good. He trades like most of his energy just to get his nose around, and he gets a heater off pretty quick on me, which I actually do see. I see the launch from my pit, and I dump a bunch of flares, and I just try to break into it, but it still hits me, unfortunately. So good pilot in that MiG-23. Bad pilot in the F-16. The other MiG-23 is, they're both kind of on Bulldog now. Where is Bulldog? So he was kind of pulling them towards the water, but they kind of give up, and now they start going back to what is this, Buzzard, right as soon as I find Bulldog in the ACMI list. They start going there. Maybe I'll just find the MiG-23s. Here's one of them. So I think the ships actually shot missiles at one of them. Let's back up just a little bit here. Yeah, so this is the naval group where the Vincent is. There's the Vincent. So they actually launched some SAMs from their position that went all the way to the MiG-23s, splashed one of them, left one up. The Q-5s and IL-28s are still pushing south towards something. Buzzard is back in hot on their column, deploying more Mavericks. The MiG-23 turns in on Cajun 1-2, which is the one doing the voodoo Illuminati shit over there. And he doesn't shoot anything at him, though. I kind of have a feeling that the MiG is like Winchester at this point. So he breaks off, don't know what he's doing. The IL-28s and Q-5s look like they're kind of in on their targets. MiG-23 keeps pushing. He just can't seem to pick a target to go after. So he starts going after this Bulldog, which gets hit by, what does he get hit by? An IR SAM of some kind. I think it's a SI-14, so that's a man-pad, I believe. And then check this out. Bulldog 1-2 gets an air-to-air kill on the last MiG-23. Just beautiful. That's awesome. Okay, so he gets splashed. And the MiG-23s are pretty safe for now. Let's go check out these Q-5s and IL-28s. What were they doing? They were dropping bombs on something that might be outside of the range of the ACMI. A Q-5 gets splashed by, what is this? Is that a Patriot? I'm not sure. That's a Hawk. But yeah, I think as you saw earlier in the flight, there was a ton of SAM activity from over here. I think they're mostly probably depleted now, or at least exhausted, because they're not really shooting much anymore. That was probably the last missile they had in the chamber to shoot down that Q-5. What are these IL-28s? It looks like the Q-5s are, what did they do out here? Oh, they shot missiles at, at the Hawk site? I don't know what they're shooting at. Hopefully they just missed their targets, because they all just hit the beach. That would be beautiful. If they're trying to hit the Hawk site and just ended up missing it, that would be beautiful. And then the IL-28s dropped bombs on, looks like nothing. So hopefully they all just missed their targets. Dumbasses. And yeah, they didn't get shot at anymore. This one is back in. Where's he going? Where is he going? Oh shit, so it looks like Cajun 1-1 got hit by some air-to-air missiles. I'll go check that out in a minute, hang on. So the IL-28s, okay, he did get hit by something as well. That's good. So that was a Patriot launch. Took out this IL-28. Beautiful. The other IL-28, I believe, got away, as well as the 3 Q-5s. So they got away. And who was this? This was Cajun 1-1. I don't think Cajun 1-1 made it, boys. Where are you? Cajun 1-1. So he's the furthest ahead. He bugged out the earliest out of all the A-10s. And these missiles, like, what the fuck was that? They just kind of came out of nowhere, right? So there's some kind of threat over here. Like, how does that work? It launched 2 missiles at the same time in 2 different directions. I don't know what to make of that. That's really weird. And Cajun 1-1 did get hit. Oh look, another launch. And Cajun 1 disappeared. So either Cajun 1-1 just got destroyed, or he just kind of went out of range. Let's go to Buzzard 1-1 and 1-2. they're together. They have missiles inbound from that same weird phantom source. And there's also, what is this, MiG-29s as well. A new group of MiG-29s that came into the area. So Buzzard and Bull both look like they made it out. The weird thing about Buzzard, Bull, and Cajun is they all took a direct line of sight route back to the Kunsan. What's going on over here? I fragged them to flow back south to the original flight plan, just backtrack across the original flight plan. But maybe they don't do that if they're like low on fuel or something. So that's Bulldog. So Bulldog 1, 1, and 2 got engaged by some MiG-29s. This was long after I ejected. There go the three pack of Q5s. And the other IL-28 is still over there, still hasn't been splashed or anything. And the MiG-29s launched missiles, R-27s at the A-10s, but the A-10s were able to outrun them. And then luckily the MiG-29s kind of gave up and actually started tracking Buzzard flight. So I think pretty much everybody made it home. When I was looking at the briefing, everybody said that they were okay in the briefing page, but I couldn't see one of them on the map. One of them was listed as a 1 ship, so I'm not sure what happened. Maybe Cajun 1-1 did get shot down. Anyway, that's kind of what happened with the ACMI. We'll see you guys in the official debrief in a minute. Hey guys, JoNay here. So we're at the debriefing, or at least we were. I did a whole like debriefing, but I forgot to record it, so I ended up closing it and everything, and it's not there anymore. So what happened was I had, I think, 7 air-to-air kills and something like 14 air-to-ground kills, which is interesting. That means I only got 4 more air-to-ground kills than I would have gotten if I would have used the old method of just putting 2 JSOWs in the column, right? Because 2 JSOWs gave me an easy 10. With 2 more, I only got an additional 4 kills. So it almost would have made more sense to just do it the old way, like take out 10 in one column and 10 in another column. A little bit disappointing in that regard. When I was looking at the debrief, I also got a silver star, which was cool. Cool for the logbook. But all the A-10 flights were showing as okay. But I'm not sure if that's reliable information, because here's Cajun 1, and they're just showing as a 1 ship. Over here we have Buzzard 1, their 2 ship. Over here we have Bull 1, their 2 ship. And I can't even see the other A-10 flight. I think they probably already RTB'd, I'm thinking. Unless I'm just blind and they're right under my nose, I don't see them. So that's interesting. Maybe one of them got shot down. I haven't even looked at the ACMI yet. I'm just doing the debrief here. A little bit disappointing actually on the damage they dished out. The 5th Air Mobile Division, 1st Armored Brigade. These are the 5 tank battalions that we were interdicting. And the damage is a lot lower than I thought they would be. Only 56% they're operational still, so it was only like 44% damage that we did there. Only 50% damage that we did there. 37 there. These guys are down to 36, but they're still operational. These guys only 30% damage done to them. They're still operational. So like really fucking disappointing. I was really hoping to wipe some of these tank battalions right off the map, or at least make them surrender. That really, really sucks. I was wondering where those MiG-23s were coming from, so I looked up here at this airbase that we took out on, I think it was day 3. They're still down to 0, so they weren't coming from there. I think the MiG-23s were coming from this group of air bases over here by Seoul. So over by Seoul, taking off from Seoul Airport is the MiG-29s. Then a little bit south of Seoul, we've got MiG-21s, and then just like northwest of them, we have the MiG-23 base. The only other MiG-23 base is way the hell off here, even further northwest. So they must all be coming from this area. And I'm thinking like, I've just got to make these air bases a priority. I have to find a way to Oka strike them. Because like the pressure and the stress that they're putting on my ground forces, it's just too much. You look at the you know, everybody's critical for supply or tired or exhausted for fatigue. So we're looking over here by Kunsan. Supply's full, but they're exhausted. South of Kunsan, over here in this corner, they are supply full, fatigue slight. So they're not bad over here. They're not bad over here. Over here by, what is this, Pohang, I think, their morale's broken. They have supplies full, but their fatigue and morale's broken. Even down here in this corner, they're exhausted. In this corner over here, they're still good. So supplies full, fatigue normal, morale high. So they're good in this corner, and that's about it. So right now, DPRK has like pretty much full free reign of this area, and it's just way too difficult. Like, I'd love to come in here and do some CAS along the flot and support these troops and help my guys like move forward. But I think right now I just can't do that. There's just way too much enemy air activity. I was lucky to get 7 kills. Like, that's lucky. I think on the next mission, what I've got to do is I'm going to have to like frag a package of B1s or something to come out of Fukuoka all the way here to this 3-pack of enemy airfields, and I'm going to have to like escort them with F-18 or something. It's the only way I can bring enough AMRAAMs to the fight. But there's this pesky SA-3 which is still on the way. I don't know what to do about that. It is right at the MiG-29 base. Like, that's going to be a problem for any kind of bombers for sure. And to take that out, that's going to be like, I'm going to have to dedicate a pylon to it, which is like 2 less AMRAAMs or something. Oh, man. Or maybe, yeah, be like 2 less AMRAAMs. Jesus. I don't know. Okay, we're going to have to think about it for the next one. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next time, and we'll see what happens. Okay, catch you later.